Hi, this lesson is about the verbs ser and estar. Hola, esta lección es sobre los verbos ser y estar. Hi, welcome again to Spanish for London. I am Laura and today we will study the verbs ser and estar. Okay, you know that in Spanish we have two verbs to say to be. One of them is ser and the other one is estar. So for example, when I want to say I am Laura, we say soy Laura. So we use the verb ser. This form, soy, belongs to the verb ser. So ser means to be. But when I say I am eating, we say estoy comiendo. So in this case, we use another verb, which is estar. Estoy is a form of the verb estar. So as you can see in English, in both cases we say I am with only one verb, but in Spanish we have two. Okay, now we have to study when and how to use one or the other. Let's continue. Here you have the forms. Do you see? Verbo ser, soy, eres, es, somos, sois, son. Verbo estar, estoy, estás, está, estamos, estáis, están. So remember, both have basically the same meaning because both are to be. But you will see that we use them in different contexts and this makes a big difference. Okay, let's see first when to use estar. Okay. As its name suggests, estar is connected with state. Do you see? Estar, S-T-A, states, S-T-A. Because actually the word state in English and estar in Spanish have the same root. So when we are talking about a state, we use estar. For example, where am I? Is a state or an emotional state. I am happy, estoy feliz, etc. So use estar only in the next three scenarios that I will show you now and use ser in the rest. So basically we have to use estar in three different scenarios as you can see here. Case or scenario number one, for location. When we want to say where is something, we use the verb estar because precisely the location or the position or of something or somebody is a state. So when we say where is it, ¿dónde está? We use the verb estar. And in my answer, I will say the highlighter is here, el resaltador está aquí. So remember the first rule, when to use estar for locations. This is the first case. Second case, use estar always for continuous tenses. When I say what am I doing right now is a state. So what am I doing right now? I am talking. Estoy hablando. I am talking to you. Estoy hablando contigo. I am writing. Estoy escribiendo. And so on. So, I am writing a phrase. Estoy escribiendo una frase. So, use estar for continuous tenses. And the third scenario, use estar for a result of an action or a result of a process. For example, when I say, okay, the job is done, el trabajo está terminado. El trabajo está terminado, so the job is done because somebody did it. So it's the result of an action. Somebody did something and as a result, the job is done. Do you see? And the same when I say, I am tired because I have worked a lot. Estoy cansada porque he trabajado mucho. If I am tired, it's because I have worked a lot. So it's a result of an action or a result of a process. So remember, use estar in the three cases that you see here. For location, El resaltador está aquí. For continuous tenses, estoy escribiendo una frase. Or result of actions or processes. El trabajo está terminado. Estoy cansada porque he trabajado mucho. As you can see, moods or emotional states are included here. So for states, we use estar. So when you want to say, I am happy, I am sad, I am tired, I am anxious, it's because something happened. So it's a result of a particular situation. That's why we use estar in this case. Okay, let's continue. Now, let's see when to use ser. Well, as you have seen, we use estar in 3 different cases. Now, for ser, we have more cases, but it will be easy for you if you understand the main concept. As its name suggests, ser is connected with essence. Look, essence in Spanish is esencia. This is the word for essence. So do you see S-E? S-E. Same root for the 2 words. So use this verb, use ser, to talk about identity and essential features. So when, for example, I say, my name is Laura, I am talking about my name, which is part of my identity. So it's an essential feature. That's why we say mi nombre es Laura, and we use the verb ser. So let's see all the cases where we use the verb ser. Let's start with the first ones. You have this, another slide, and another slide. So you have 3 slides to see the cases where we use ser. Okay, first, identificación, identity or identification, name and surname, nombre y apellido. So when you are identifying something, when you say it is a table, you say es una mesa because it's the identity of the object, or the identity of a person, soy Laura, I am Laura. Okay. Origin and nationality, origen y nacionalidad is part of your essence. That's why you say soy, or I say, soy española, I am Spanish. Personality, personalidad, no soy tímida, I am not shy. Religión e ideología. Religion and ideology are parts of the identity of the person. So I am a Christian, I am a Muslim, I am a conservative, I am a liberal. Soy cristiana, soy musulmana, soy conservadora, soy liberal. Then, personal relationships. When you say, she is my mother, she is my friend, your relationships are also part of your essence. So, es mi madre, es mi amiga, verbo ser. Let's continue. More cases in which we use ser. Possession, posesión. You say, it is my computer, es mi ordenador. When you are talking about possessions, you always use ser. Profession, again, part of your identity, profession, activities. I am a teacher, soy profesora. Then you will see in our lesson, in our course about professions, all the vocab about professions, which you can find in your list of topics, that we don't say soy una profesora. We don't put anything here as in English. In English we say I am a teacher. In Spanish we don't say soy una profesora, but soy profesora. Physical description. I am tall, soy alta. I am short, soy baja. Order. When you say the first, the second, the third, you say my car is the first one. Mi coche es el primero, okay? And then for the hour and the date, we use ser as well. So, son las 3 de la tarde, it is 3 p.m. or today is Monday, hoy es lunes. You will see this in our lesson about how to say what time is it. You have the lesson in the list of topics, okay? So let's continue. Finally, when we want to locate an event, in English we say, or we use the form to take place. We say, for example, the party takes place in my house. Now, to say this in Spanish, frequently we use the verb ser and we say, la fiesta es en mi casa. So, remember the difference between la fiesta es en mi casa, the party takes place in my house, which is not the same as to be located. When we want to say that something is located in one place, we use estar. Do you remember this? Let me show you so you will see the difference. Give me 1 second. Here. When I say the highlighter is here, it's a concrete object. So the highlighter is here, is located here, but I can see the highlighter, I can touch the highlighter. Or María is here, María está aquí, I can see her. But when I say the party takes place here, I cannot see the party. I can see the people, I can see the food, but the party itself is an abstract event. So I say la fiesta es aquí, and the verb ser means to take place in this case. And finally, the last possibility. So remember, we use ser in all these cases, and in all these cases. The final case is in the passive voice. We will study this later on. When I say, for example, the ad is seen by a lot of people. El anuncio es visto por mucha gente with the verb ser. Okay, so until now we have seen all the cases in which we in Spanish use ser or estar. Now, let me tell you something else about this important topic. There are misconceptions. Why? Well, for different reasons. I perfectly know that some people explain that we in Spanish use ser for permanent situations and estar for non-permanent situations. This is 90% wrong. So if somebody tells you this, don't take it into account. This is a misconception and this is wrong. Let me show you. You will see why it's wrong. Let's see. You will hear that we use ser for permanent situations and estar for temporary situations. It sounds easy to remember, so it sounds easier than my explanation. Yeah, it sounds easier, but it's wrong. Absolutely. Notice that we say él está muerto, meaning he is dead. And when a person is dead, is permanently dead. But we say está. So if somebody tells you that in Spanish we use estar for non-permanent situations, okay, ask this person, so why in Spanish to say that somebody is dead we use estar if death is permanent? Or for example, she's a waitress, ella es camarera, but a waitress can be a doctor in 1 year because she finishes her studies at the university. So this is not necessarily permanent, but we use ser. So if a person tells you that we use ser for permanent situations or features in Spanish, ask this person, okay, so why if a person is working as a waitress for 1 month only, so it's non-permanent, we say ella es camarera. Obviously, this person doesn't know Spanish at all. So forget this about permanent and non-permanent features. This is absolutely wrong, and I will show you more examples. Do not think that we use ser for permanent situations and estar for non-permanent situations. This is an oversimplification. Let's see the examples. Soy delgada. I am thin. Is it for good? Not necessarily. but we use ser. Do you see? No soy tímida. I am not shy. Is it for good? No, I can change my attitude, but we use ser. Es mi amiga. She's my friend, so I can argue with her. I can finish my friendship, so it's not necessarily for good. But again, we say es. Es camarera. The same, she can be a doctor in 1 year. Es mi ordenador. It is my computer. I can sell it tomorrow. Son las 3 en punto. It is 3 o'clock. It will change in a second, so it's absolutely non-permanent, and we use ser. Es lunes, it is Monday, it will change tomorrow. So we use ser and it's non-permanent. And look at this. Londres está en Inglaterra. London is in England. So according to the idea that we use estar for non-permanent situation, London is going to another place, but as far as we know, it is not going anywhere. It will be in England forever. But we use estar. And my favorite, the cat is dead forever, but we use estar. Okay? So now we can continue with the last part of the lesson. There is only one case, one option in which the distinction between permanent and non-permanent is relevant, and this affects sentences with the same word but changing the verb, meaning that this is permanent and this is non-permanent. This is the only case in which this explanation is correct. So, she's elegant, ella es elegante means that she's elegant permanently. But she's very elegant today, this is only in this particular case. So here we use estar and here we use ser. If I say that the train station is very clean permanently, I say es muy limpia. But if I say that it's not very clean at this particular moment, I say no está muy limpia en este momento. And for a chronic condition, when I say Charles is sick, I say Carlos es enfermo. But if he has the flu, for example, Carlos está enfermo because she is sick only for a couple of days, but not permanently. So in these cases only, the distinction between permanent and non-permanent is relevant, but not in the rest of the cases, definitely. Okay, so the difference between ser and estar is the essence, not the permanency. La diferencia entre ser y estar es la esencia, no la permanencia. When something is essential, we use ser. When we talk about states, we use estar. Okay? Great. So, that was the end of the lesson. Now you know how to use properly ser and estar. See you next time. Adiós, nos vemos la próxima clase.